coincide with our Constitution and our government and our culture here in America?
Well, Islam is not like a religion like any other religion, right? It's not just a belief and maybe you do a few rituals. It's a complete code of laws. Sharia is based on Quran and Sunnah. And in the Sunni branch of Islam, you have 4 schools of thought that interpret the Sunni law. So as a Muslim, as a devout Muslim, your whole entire life is ordered and structured according to Sharia. So someone like me, according to Islam, I'm supposed to be put to death. No, the only reason I'm not put to death is because I'm in America. If I was in a Muslim country, I would be arrested. So for them, the only next thing they can do here in America, because since they're not going to kill me, is to shun me and not speak to me. So,
what's your name and your pen name?
C.L. Edwards.
So you were a Muslim last year, and you recently converted to Christianity?
Yes, actually, I've converted 6 months ago.
And David Wood was very instrumental in that process?
Actually, no.
No?
I met David after I converted. No one witnessed to me, actually.
What happened?
I basically became disillusioned with being Muslim and being in Islam, and I made a prayer where I asked Allah, but when I said Allah, I really intended the Lord of the universe. And I asked him to, if I'm going in the wrong direction, please lead me in the right direction. Don't let me go into the wrong direction. And then from that point, it's almost like a loss of faith for the Islam came upon me. And I really started looking at Jesus Christ and his character versus Muhammad and his character. And the more I thought about it, and the more I thought about it, it almost got to the point where I wasn't Muslim anymore, but I hadn't renounced Islam as of yet. And I started reading the Bible, and the Spirit was speaking to me through the scriptures. And I basically said, if you're answering my prayer, you're showing me that I'm going in the wrong direction, so now it's time for me to make a decision. So I made a decision.
Now, how did your family deal with your conversion?
Well, part of my family is Christian and part of my family is Muslim. I have an ex-wife now who's Muslim. She has custody of my son, and he comes to my house, which is Christian now, and he stays at her house that is Muslim now. I have a father, he is still Muslim. It was basically shocked. They couldn't believe that I would become Christian because I was very devout. So no one would have ever thought that I would become Muslim. I mean Christian.
Now, what about your friends in the neighborhood? You said you lived in Dearborn, but you recently moved. Was that due to the conversion?
Actually, I attended a mosque in this area. Very big mosque. Lots of people. I knew everyone there. I knew a lot of Muslims in the whole metropolitan area. Basically the same thing. They were all shocked. And some of them came to try to convince me to come back to Islam, and some of them shunned me. So the leaders of the Islamic community have told them to shun me, not to speak to me anymore.
Now, how does that make you feel when you get rejected just because you change your belief structure?
I understand why. Because they're afraid that I may pull someone else out of Islam. So I understand perfectly why. You know, and it doesn't really shock me because I understand the mentality. I understand the belief system.
Now, if you can explain that belief system, to our listeners who may not understand it, and why that's common practice, and how that doesn't coincide with our Constitution and our government and our culture here in America.
Well, Islam is not like a religion like any other religion, right? It's not just a belief and maybe you do a few rituals. It's a complete code of laws. Sharia is based on Quran and Sunnah. And in the Sunni branch of Islam, you have 4 schools of thought that interpret the Sunni law. So as a Muslim, as a devout Muslim, your whole entire life is ordered and structured according to Sharia. So someone like me, according to Islam, I'm supposed to be put to death. No, the only reason I'm not put to death is because I'm in America. If I was in a Muslim country, I would be arrested. You know. So for them, the only next thing they can do here in America, because since they're not going to kill me, is to shun me and not speak to me. So it's very antagonistic towards Christianity. The whole thing is built on antagonism to Christ, the whole idea of Christ. They disavow any idea that Jesus could be God, that Jesus is the Son of God, that God the Father is a Father at all. The Trinity, the Bible, nothing. It's all an opposition to Christianity.
So what can we as Americans do to keep this intolerance, hatred, and bigotry from growing within our culture, as it is so blatant here in Dearborn, Michigan?
I think education, because most people don't know. You know, most people either don't know or they just don't care. They're busy with their daily lives. So this is how when you don't have the light shine on something, it grows without people realizing what's going on. But if you educate people and put the information out there, and people can see what's going on, and people can judge for themselves, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Right. Well, thank you very much, and best of luck to you with your life, and it's going to be an interesting one for you for sure.
Yeah.
And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I ask you a question? Have you seen any of your friends or former friends?
Yeah, I've seen plenty of people.
And have they come over to you or?
No, I've seen them. They haven't really seen me. And I doubt if they even expect me to come down here. So.
Good luck.